Hello, amazing people. I'm Amanda, Strong Lotus Yogi. This, of course, right here is Coco. And today we will be practicing a flow of gentle twists to wring out our spine. So go ahead and put on something comfortable, make it down to your mat, and let's begin. So first, starting in a seated position, however you feel comfortable, whether that be cross-legged or lotus, half lotus, grounding down into your sit bones, into the mat, but finding that length up through the spine, out of the crown, lift in the chest, taking our shoulders down, away from our neck, starting to notice our breath here. Feeling the gentle rise of our chest with the inhale and the fall with the exhale. And then taking a great big breath in, bringing arms up high overhead, feeling that stretch all the way up through the fingertips. And on the exhale, twisting to the right, placing left palm on right knee and the right palm just behind you. This is our first twist of the day, so very gentle, not forcing yourself, still working to find that length up through our crown, navel to spine. Remembering to breathe here. One more time, inhaling the arms up high overhead, and on your exhale, twisting to the left side, right palm, left knee, left palm just behind you. Once again, still finding that lift, not crunching into the body, finding that length, finding that lift. Inhaling the arms up high overhead and exhaling one more time over to the right, seeing if you can't twist a little bit deeper this time, maybe gazing over your right shoulder. Inhaling back up high to center, and exhale, twisting back to that left side, seeing if you can't now twist a little bit deeper, gazing over the left shoulder. Inhaling high back up to center. Exhale, folding down only as far as you can go with your sit bones still back on the mat. Walking the hands back towards you, coming back up to center here. And we're going to make our way to tabletop pose. So hands and wrists are stacked under our shoulders. Our knees are stacked hip distance apart underneath the hips. Finding first that nice flat back, that neutral spine. And then just making our way through some cat-cows, dropping the belly, inhaling, lifting that chest. Exhale, tucking the pelvis, pushing away from the mat, navel to spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting that chest. Exhale, pushing away from the mat, rounding the back. One more time, inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. Exhale, tucking that pelvis, pushing away from the mat. Coming back to a neutral spine here. And then we're going to do what's called threading the needle. So we are going to inhale our left palm back and high, gazing up at the fingertips, opening through the chest. And then on the exhale, we're going to take our left palm and put it through underneath our torso, coming down onto the ear and onto the shoulder. Taking a bind if it's in your practice. If you're in a bind, bringing that palm back down to the mat and using it to help you push up on the inhale, reaching back up high, and then exhaling back down. All fours, tabletop pose. And now we're going to inhale the right palm back and high, and exhale, threading the needle. Coming down. Once again, if a bind is in your practice, go ahead and take it. If it's not, then just stay where you are. Honor your body where it is today. If you're in a bind, bringing that palm back down in front of you and using it to help push up with that inhale, taking the arms back up high, and then exhaling them down, tabletop pose. Finding again that neutral spine, that flat back, getting comfortable here. And then stepping the toes back. So stepping the right toes back, stepping the left toes back, meeting in plank pose. Firming up the whole body here, remembering to breathe. Finding length from the feet to the crown. And then on your exhale, taking your hips back and high for your first downward facing dog. Staying here for only a moment, just finding that bit of an opening. And then taking our right leg back and high for three-legged dog. And exhaling the foot down in between the palms, gently coming down onto that left knee. If you need to, go ahead and place a blanket underneath that knee for a little added support. But making sure our knee is in line with our ankle. And as we ground down into that heel, inhaling up high, palms touch at center, exhaling them down to heart center. First, finding our little bit of an opening here, pushing through the hips, keeping them square. And then we're going to exhale, hinging at the hip as we twist to the right side, hooking left elbow outside of the right knee, gazing up at that right elbow, remembering to breathe. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale, palms down, framing that front foot. Gently lifting the back left knee, stepping the right toes back, meeting again in our plank pose here. Firming up the whole body. And then exhaling those hips back and high for downward facing dog. Inhaling up the left leg. Back and high for three-legged dog, and then stepping the left foot through in between the palms, gently taking down our right knee. Once again, if you need a blanket, using it. Grounding down into that front heel as we inhale up. Palms touch at center. Finding here. Pushing through the hips, feeling that gentle stretch. And then exhaling the palms down to heart center. Taking a few breaths here, checking in. And then as we exhale, hinging at the hip, twisting over to that left side, hooking our right elbow outside of our left knee, gazing up at that left elbow. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale down, framing that front foot, gently lifting our back right toes and springing off of our back right leg to meet our left in a forward fold at the front of our mat. Maybe bending one knee, bending the other, kind of wiggling it out here. Working out those hamstrings a little bit, finding a subtle stretch. As they are working, they are moving today. And then working our feet as wide as our mat, our toes pointed out a little bit. We are going to exhale the hips down in between them, taking a yogi squat. So I'm actually going to turn this way, just so you can better see what I mean, but feet are a little bit more than hip distance apart. Our toes are slightly out, our heels are slightly in. I'm exhaling the hips down. It's easier to keep your chest lifted if you put your elbows inside of those knees. But here, if it's in your practice, we're going to take a little bit of a twist here by taking a bind. First, on the right side, so reaching around, hi Coco, if you're able to with a Coco. Inhaling back to center. Taking a bind on that other side, gazing up over the right, coming back to center, very quick, very gentle twist, just waking up the ringing of that spine, and then we're actually going to sit back onto our sit bones, feeling that release after everything we've done, and we have one last gentle twist. Just for a little extra something for our spine. So coming long on the mat, we're going to first inhale our right knee up into our chest, taking a great big hug. Left foot is flexed as if it's still standing on the ground, and then placing our left palm on right knee, taking right arm out at T, gently guiding that knee across the side body to the left side as you gaze over the right side. Remembering to breathe here, checking in with your breath, checking in with your body, inhaling that right knee back into the chest, and then exhaling it long on your mat, inhaling the left knee up into your chest for a big stretch, right foot flexed like it's still standing on the ground, and then once again, right palm, left knee, left arm out at T, gazing over that left side as we twist over, guiding that knee across our side body, not forcing it. Going however far our body feels today and honoring that. No more kisses. Inhaling that left knee back up to center. And then exhaling it long on the mat, allowing your feet to splay open however they feel good. Arms just fall at the sides. Shavasana is very important at the end of our practice because it allows our body to realign after all of the work that it's done. So it's not only good for our mind to just take a step back into the self, but it's also good for the body, feeling the support of the mat on it, lying here neutral, realigning, checking in with our breath, allowing any last bit of tension to just melt away with each exhale. Taking our shoulders a little bit further from our necks. melting down into the mat, into the earth. I leave you here today to end your practice in Shavasana. Staying in Shavasana for however long feels good and right to you today, here in this moment, to get out of however you choose fit. I thank you for practicing with me today, and the light in me honors the light in you. Enjoy the rest of your practice.